Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time you're watching. I hope you're doing well. I want to extend a vote of thanks to everyone who watches, likes, and comments on our content. Thank you very much. Your feedback really means a lot to us, and it helps us improve on the content that we post every day. Well, today, on this very episode, we're going to talk about mental health. Mental health is one of the global challenges, one of the burdens that we are having in public health, and it needs us to address it. It needs you, it needs me, it needs the whole community to address it because there is power in speaking up. So today we are going to have a dialogue, not an interview that we've always had. We're going to have a dialogue. I have three gentlemen with me. They're going to introduce themselves and then we can move ahead with the discussion.
My name is Somalia Mohammed Munika. I'm a student at King Ceasor University doing Bachelor's of Science in Petroleum and Geoscience. I'm in 1.1. My first semester I joined in this August, and I'm glad to be here in this dialogue. Thank you very much.
My name is Musings Collins, a student at King Ceasor University. I'm doing BCM. I'm in year 1, semester 2. I'm so glad to be part of this dialogue.
Davis Nowalinda Aboki is my name. I'm a student at King Ceasor University doing diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We welcome you all, whoever is going to watch us as we go through this dialogue together. Thank you.
Well, so you've had introductions from the people we are going to have on today's dialogue. And for the starters, mental health is just, it means a state of well-being, not just merely an absence of an illness. So we have different things that affect our mental health, especially as the youth and the students. So we are going to focus on that in today's discussion. And I'm going to start with a question to one of our guests. I want to know, in a scale of 10 among your friends, how many of those out of 10 use drugs? The person goes to Lisa. On a scale of 10, how many of your friends use drugs?
Thank you so much. On my friendship scale, I can rate it at 5 among the people who take drugs.
Okay, on a scale of 5, like among those friends, have you ever taken an initiative to ask or engage in a conversation with them? What could be leading them to the behavior they are doing or the habits that they have?
Definitely, since you are my friends, we do share. And I, as a person, a responsible friend,
You speak up. You speak up. Yeah.
I, as a responsible friend, I have always asked them and tried to know why they are doing this. One, campus life is a dog, so it is really so stressful. So what comes to this when the student says to get food, to get is the most stressful thing here. When we fail to get food and drink, studies won't go on well. So what a student does, he ends up doing drug taking, which I hear that it takes away the stress. I have not proven that to a maximum, or I never tested to know whether it brings happiness and takes away all stress. So one of the things why they do take drugs I hear to take away stress and feeling other people. Secondly, the financial constraints that force them not to see other people. So what they do, they end up taking up the time.
Okay.
Those are the few that I can highlight as of now.
Okay, Mr. Msingis, in continuation with where I stopped from, we've heard a saying, a problem shared is half solved. But these days, when I share my problem with someone, the next minute I see on status, people are going through a lot. So, do we really have to speak up to certain people, and which people are we supposed to share with? Especially if we are down, maybe I'm going through a hard day, or something that is affecting me mentally in particular.
Yeah, thank you very much. for that very good question. According to that question, according to me, you should have your best friends. You see, we all have friends, but you find someone is having a friend who's just a mere friend. You just go there. Okay, a friend is sharing some things like the is, what, and what, but you cannot tell that friend your problem, real problem. So what you can do, you should not leave the problem like to sit on you. It might kill you. You should get your few best friends, you share to them your problems, and then they can give you some knowledge on how to handle those problems. Like the friend that you do trust, that they cannot release those problems of yours, maybe start laughing at you, all that.
Okay. Yeah, I believe yes, friends, but it's always hard to get such friends. But yeah, to the viewers, please get those close friends you can talk to, because there is power in speaking up. If you do not speak up, things are going to sit on you and it will be very hard. So to Mr. Wamadia, to that student who has a retake, he has peer pressure. Let's say he has a girlfriend who's expensive to maintain. He has to maybe maintain himself somehow. Yes, he gets support from home, but the support from home for a campus student, I can say, yes, it's enough, but not very enough for what we need. But that student maybe has a retake, he or she has a retake, has that girlfriend who has to maintain his expensive, and he has to also take care of himself. But you're seeing this person, it is affecting him somehow, personally, socially, and academically. What would you tell such a student? Should the student choose the girl? Should the students, what should he or she do?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. To me, that student, among the challenges that you mentioned, that student should be able to make a list of those challenges there. Like he can take time and write them down on paper, such that at the moment, in that state where the student is in, to identify which of the problems is more wanting at the moment. Because if you look at a girlfriend, you look at a retake, you look at maintaining yourself, maybe you need food, maybe you need rent, and maybe other issues. At the moment, that student there should be able to choose amongst those the list of the items to know which item is most important at that time. I personally, if I'm that student going to do the same action, to me, I would choose to go for a retake first. Because for a retake, you are securing your future, you are planning for your life ahead. But if you choose these other things first, yes, there are also needs that you want. But still, you may fulfill these ones, forget about the retake, and then you end up being affected. So it's better, the biggest of it all is choosing the most wanting need at the moment, and then leave other issues which you will be able to fulfill the next time based on the resources that are available to the student.
Okay, still another one to you. How do you think academic pressure affects our mental health?
Yeah, seriously, academic pressure has affected a number of youths outside there, because you find that we have a lot of things we are supposed to cover, and we have to pass all of them. University is not like maybe a lower institution whereby scoring of marks is not given a specific mark where you're supposed to achieve before you are taken as you've passed. At university, you have a mark you have to raise.
Yes.
And yet you have different courses that are course units that you're doing. So you find out that this person should have time to read all those courses in order to raise marks. And yet maybe there are other issues that are disturbing the very person, and yet is supposed to fulfill them, is not supposed to leave them behind. So you find out that the academic issue has also played a greater role to affect students mentally, because of the many things they do and also which they and because of the many course units they do, and yet they have to pass highly, and they should raise the marks that has been put.
Okay, Mr. Mfungus, what do you think? Social life, okay, campus life.
Yes.
How do you think it has affected us in terms of pressure from outside? How we expect campus life to be? How do you think it has affected us as campusers mentally?
You find yourself like you have very many courseworks, like how my colleague has said. You have very many coursework, you have very many courses, you have to read all of them, pass all of them, and at the same time, like there are some university students who are not well supported by their parents. You find someone is a university student and he or she is an orphan and wants to be working as well as he or she is doing what is studying.
Yeah.
And you find maybe it becomes very hard for him or her to balance the work at his or her workplace and the questions I have said, the questions and the courseworks at a go. You find he or she wants to read the books, the questions and whatnot, and in order to pass, in order not to make a retake, and at the same time want to balance the work, for him or her to be present at the work, for him or her to be paid, because you might find the money he or she gets at the workplace, the one that helps him or her to support him during his or her lifestyle. So you find someone is running is disturbed in his or her mind, like that way.
So to you, sir, between the pressure from outside, expectations from family, because some of us, when we come from the village and we come to campus, some of our village people think we've come to Kampala to work, but in actual sense, we've come to study. But they still expect something from you. Or that student has to balance the pressure from whatever forces that come from outside. Could be from your relationship, could be from home, it could also be from your friends or yourself as well. What would you tell that student? Like, what advice would you tell that students in terms of prioritizing their mental health and something like that for their well-being?
Once again, thank you. About that, how I can go about it. So, any other student outside there, as I said earlier, campus life is not easy. So, what can he or she do in order to avoid the pressure from out, and what we always expected from when we are at campus?
Yes.
So, one, we should vet the close friends that we get. We should have friends of value who are to push us to reach our goals. Secondly, we should not be too expectant as what the outside is expecting much from us.
Yes.
Literally, when we were in vacation, maybe you could expect that when you join campus, life is going to be that cool and very easy. I think it is now very better to change the mindset. Campus is also like any other institution that I've been through before, where you need to read, you need to concentrate. The more thing, we are all chasing dreams which we believe are in education. Because I say education is a key to success. So what can we do? One, get good friends. Secondly, speak out to these good friends, and you need to hate them, because a friend can either do this or can let you down.
Okay, so guys, you've had, at least when you forget everything, do not forget these key points. Get close friends you can talk to. Speak up, because when you speak, it somehow relieves your problem. But choose the people you have to talk to. You're not supposed to talk to everyone, because if you talk to everyone you get, your problem might be now for public consumption. And then also set priorities and be real. Do not live fake life. When we do that, I think some of the problems are going to be solved, and the conversation is not going to end here. Our mental health advocates here are going to, we should have another conversation in the future where we should digest more campus life, mental health, and other things that are related to that. But guys, campus is not easy. We just have to survive. Thank you very much. See you on the next episode.